In China, you have surveillance cameras, you don't have freedom. Okay, chill down. But at first, let's define the word freedom. What does freedom mean to you? What is freedom? In China, as a female, I can walk alone at midnight on the streets without fearing being attacked. Is that freedom? So what does freedom mean to you? Freedom to get stolen, attacked, robbed, arrested by ICE? So that's the freedom you want. So why keep imposing your standards? What's more, only criminals and bad people hate cameras on their streets. Just go to ask any Westerner living in China if the surveillance camera on the streets make them feel uncomfortable. And in terms of privacy, just a reminder, the cameras are on the streets, not on your bedroom.
China gets a lot of criticism in the West, especially when it comes on to safety. You hear stories about crime, surveillance, or restrictions, but what you don't hear is how incredibly safe it actually is, especially for women. Today, I'm breaking down why, and we're going to look at 4 things that show just how safe life in China is from my perspective as a woman living here.
I'm gonna tell you a cultural shock that I have here in China. It's 11 p.m. o'clock. I'm at the park. That's why there's no many people around. And you might be wondering, why are you having a walk that late? Because I feel like it. And because it's so safe outside that I can just do it. And without any danger, without having to worry about anything. I would never do this in the West. You know why, right? Because it's not safe. Actually, right now, I don't have any battery. And this just saved me. Not only the middle of nowhere at the park, and also if I'm thirsty, I can just order any drink here. Just what I needed. Oh my god, life in China is so convenient. So now I can charge my phone while I have a walk. Isn't it incredible? And if you need to go to the toilet, you have a very nice one right there. What? And it's free. Can you believe it? That's so nice. I don't know about you, but for me, this is the real freedom. A woman in the street at more than 11 p.m. walking alone without any fear. This is how it should be. I have lived in my country, Spain. I have lived in United States. I have lived in London. And nothing compared to China. Every country has their good things, the bad things. But China is different. You have my...
One of the biggest fears for many women in the West, can you guess, is walking home alone at night. We're told not to do it. It's not safe. It's risky. You want to walk with a man or with a friend because it's so dangerous. But in China, it's normal. Women walk home alone after midnight without fear. This is because the streets are well lit, public areas are busy, even late at night. And of course, the presence of cameras. In general, I think they make a huge difference, especially when it comes on to safety. Let me give you some contents. According to Numbeo's 2024 crime index, China ranks significantly lower in crime rates than the US, the UK, and France. Cities like Shanghai and Beijing have night safety index scores above 70 out of 100, while London sits around 55 and New York around 60. And walking around at night, I've done it myself multiple times and I've never once felt unsafe. In fact, it's so common that many people don't even think about it twice. I don't even tell my friends to message me when they get home because, I don't know, I just think they're going to be safe. It's not just luck, it's the culture. The systems are working together to keep the people safe.
Hello guys, let me show you how much China is safe. Let's go. I'm in the shopping mall and me and my husband, we went to the shop to buy some utensils. So we were just randomly checking. But yeah, it was a little expensive, 13k or 7k more than. Maybe it's some brand in China, that's why it was a little expensive. But never mind, we don't want to talk about the brand and all. We just want to tell you guys how much China is safe. See, I'm in the shop. There is no staff. There is no owner in the shop. You are totally safe. I mean, you can buy whatever you want to buy. There is a QR code. You just need to scan and you can pay the money and you can go out from the shop.
Another thing that shocked me when I first came to China is that people leave their bags, their bikes, phones, and sometimes even their luggage just sitting around and no one takes them. Whether it's a backpack on a chair at a cafe or a motorbike with a bag strapped to it left outside overnight, no locks, no supervision. And guess what? It doesn't get stolen. That's not something I could imagine could happen back home. In most Western countries, that kind of trust would be seen as naive. But here, it's just everyday life. In fact, according to a 2023 survey by the Chinese Academy of Social Sciences, over 85% of urban residents feel safe leaving personal items unattended in public spaces. That's unheard of in major Western cities.
Things that only happen in China. I'm just walking in a kind of dark street. There is no one here. And look, a motorbike with a bag right there. But it's not the only one. Look at this. What? How can someone leave his stuff just like that? Wait, is that a luggage? No one is around. Oh my god. These
Here's
small
another
details keep
example.
surprising me in China because it's the only country
that have no
where I
staff,
have
no
experienced such a
cashier,
thing.
no security.
You just need to experience
Just shelves
it to
of
believe
products
it.
and QR codes for payment. Like I walked into one of these shops late at night, completely empty, no one watching, no cameras visible, and yet everyone pays. Think about it. A business model built entirely on trust. That wouldn't last a day in many other places, but China, it works. The rise of smart retail has been massive. There are now over 50,000 unmanned convenience stores across China, especially in cities like Shenzhen, Hangzhou, and they open because theft is rare, not because of high-tech enforcement, but because of the sheer responsibility and social norms.
This is me all on my own in China. Yep. So I am at Ealing metro station. I've literally just got off here. I left Ben 2 stops ahead and I've got off 2 further and I'm going to walk back on my own. So we've got a location where we're going to meet. We're meeting in a bar shopping and I'm going to walk on my own and see what it's like being a woman, a girl, all alone in China and in Chongqing, the world's biggest city. Walking along here for now. Next to like a main road. So the time now is 6:45 and we've got to meet Ben at the bar, so he'll be there before me because he's ahead of me, but we're just going to see what it's like. So I am getting to a bit that's a bit more darker and not as busy, like a park maybe. There's one other girl with me and a couple of people behind me, but here it is a lot more quieter. It's quite dark, like where the trees are here you don't really get street lights in, so it's really dark. Don't know if you can even really see me here. Oh wow, we're high up as well.
All this points to something bigger. China is a high trust society. People trust each other. They trust the systems in place, and that creates an environment where you can feel safe. Whether you're walking home alone at night, leaving your phone on a table, or buying groceries from a store with no employees inside. Study shows that social trust in China has increased steadily over the past decade, especially among the younger generations and in urban areas. This isn't just about the laws or enforcement, it's about culture, responsibility, and shared values. And that's what makes China feel different. So the next time you hear someone says China isn't safe, especially for women, remember this. Real experiences, real life. Safety isn't just about headlines, it's about how people live life every day. If you found this interesting, drop a comment below. And what surprised you the most? If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.